Okay, so I wanted us to take a look at the format for how you're going to be tested to show me your understanding of what we've been doing for the past couple of days. So we've been looking at data, we've been looking at dot plots, we've been looking at finding the mean absolute deviation, we've been looking at finding the deviation. So this is how it works. So you'll see here it says 1, find the mean absolute deviation. Below that is a number, a series of numbers, that's our data. So we're going to put that here. It's in order already, but it may not be, and it doesn't matter if you do it in order or not, your choice, that's personal choice. So there's all of our data. So if we take a look at that, the next thing that we have to do is fill in the mean column, and the mean is asking us to add up all these values of the data and divide by the number of pieces of data that we have. So 0 plus 0 is 0, 2 plus 4 is 6, 6 plus 4 is 10, 10 plus 4 is 16, 16 plus 7 is 23, 23 plus 9 is 32, so we have 32 as our sum here, and we're dividing by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, so 32 divided by 8 equals 4, so that is our mean. Our mean is 4. So in mean, we're going to put 4 all the way down because the mean doesn't change. It is the same value because that we use the data to find the mean. So now what we're going to do is we're going to put the deviation. Now, we know from before, okay, so here's 4. We know from before if something is to the left, it would be a negative number. And if something is to the right, it would be a positive number. So in this situation, we're talking about a negative number starting from 4 and going to the left. A negative value would be the distance from 4 to the left. And a positive value would be, oops, didn't write positive. A positive value would be going from 4 to the right. There we go. All right, so if we're taking a look at those two, let's take a look at what we've got going. So when we look at 0, 0 is to the left of 4, and it is 4 units away from 4, so that is a negative 4. We're looking at 0 again, we have another negative 4. 2 is 2 away from 4, it's going to the left, so that is a negative 2. 4 is 4, so that's a 0 deviation. 4 is 4, that's a 0 deviation. Now when we're going looking at 6, 6 is over here to the right, so that means it's a positive 2. 7 is also to the right, that's a positive 3. 9 is also to the right, that is a positive 5. Now, with our deviations, you'll see we have a deviation column, we have an absolute deviation column. Because when we're talking about deviation, we're really talking about the absolute deviation. We are talking about the distance, right? The magnitude of the distance. So this becomes 4, 4, 2, 0, 0, 2, 3, and 5. Okay, I'm going to get rid of this for us so we have more room for our work. So when we're finding the mean absolute deviation, what we're really doing is finding the mean of the absolute deviation. The mean absolute deviation, okay, is the mean of the absolute deviation. So that means we're doing the mean again, that means we're adding again, and we're dividing again. So if we take a look at 4, 4, 2, 0, 0, 2, 3, and 5, well 4, 4 is 8 plus 2 is 10. 10 plus 2 is 12, 12 plus 3 is 15, 15 plus 5 is 20, so our sum is 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Our count is 8. So now 20 divided by 8 is going to give us our mean absolute deviation. Okay, that's going to be our mean absolute deviation. You'll see this with letters because that's what they write. So let's do that division. So 16, 4, We're going to give ourselves 40, so then that means 5 tenths, and that means we are done. So the mean absolute deviation is 2 and 5 tenths. If for some reason you get a mean over in this column over here that is a decimal, go ahead and leave it, just take the whole number piece. You're going to just use the whole number. So get rid of the decimal behind it, and we'll talk about that. But I'm going to try to avoid that. I'm going to try to avoid that when we're doing our testing, because I want you to just show me what you know. So please look over your stuff and study. Please look over what I just did here and study. Thank you so much.